Bacon .eth realized right off the bat, and he realized the potential is just like, holy crap, we can have so much content, and even this small 16 by 16 scene, as long as we're diligent about changing it out.
Nice.
Say, I'll probably hop off here in a minute, but I don't know if you want to say anything more about Dab Dragon. We need to. I signed up for Bruce the Goose NFT Hub group in there. I don't know if people are going to try to use that to coordinate about putting something together. Or...
Yeah, I am over in the NFT Hub. It just recently, in arranging the Discord kind of as to like the shows that I'm doing more frequently, it got a little down the list, and then I realized like when I have the chance to scroll down, I'm like, oh geez, I've got like 100 freaking pings in there. Got to get back
tell me
in.
about it. I know, it's terrible. I'm so like delinquent on some of my channels.
Me too. It's hard. I mean, we all kind of know. But yeah, that would be a good space to do some organizing as a group, because I know and talk about this stuff sometimes, but it'll be to have a centralized spot. So I'd say that server would be a good spot. But yeah, so and then also, is your plan to have weekends kind of be showing the Dab Dragon stuff?
I could do that. I can switch it out so it's always on Dab Dragon over the weekend.
That would be cool.
Pretty flexible.
Yeah, or if it's going to be up, like if you want to do that for this weekend specifically and leave it up, then like Thursday after the whip or the cipher or whatever, I can also shoot out a reminder to people about that.
Hey, there he is. Dab Dragon's here.
Oh yeah. Dab Dragon, yes, you are in our thoughts and hearts. We're just talking about. So I think that's a good idea to have, and it wouldn't necessarily have to be every weekend, but if you want to throw it up on weekends and then we kind of coordinate to let people know, like, hey, the Dab Dragon show is up this weekend. Cruise in. Here's links to check out, and just let people know that it's it's going on. And then especially if we get like some new donations in or something, and there's some new cool piece up, let people know and throw that up for,
Yeah, I can check Dab Dragon's wallet on Etherscan probably, and maybe I'm not sure if I can get the addresses that way and throw them up on there, or if he can tell me that if anybody's given anything to him. I'm going to type out the .eth name that I attached to his MetaMask wallet.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just talking with I think it was Hunter NFT the other day, who's working with Nifty Drops. And I'm pretty sure that was the conversation. And Dab came up and he was going to send something over. So there's probably something in over from there. And I actually just tracked down a couple things that now that gas seemed to mellow a little, which was. Do
you think that happened because of you?
You were breaking up a little there.
Oh, sorry. Do you think that happened because of Uniswap version 3 coming out? I'd heard that was going to take a lot of load off the system.
Quite possibly, because there was also some other, like, I forget the name of the one that passed, some, resolution passed, and I guess last week it had kind of dropped, but then that kind of disappeared. Like we had like a day of lower gas, but I got a text and I had noticed it was at 50 and I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm going to do a couple of things. And then a friend, actually Elbow, was like, dude, I saw gas go to 20 for like a second and we got all excited. Yeah. So wouldn't that be amazing if like gas was down to like, 20 to 40 or something like that? I'm excited for it.
Was it? It might have been EIP 1559. I mean, I know they were supposed to vote on it, but I didn't think they were going to vote on it till later in the summer.
Right. Maybe that was the one that I've also heard about that's supposed to be maybe going down in like June or July. And I think there was another that was voted on fairly recently that may have just been actually implemented. But again, not like, reading all this in the depths of like GitHub or something. It's just kind of word on the street stuff.
Well, Chainlink introduced a lot of on-chain Oracle price feeds through their .eth domain data subdomain recently. So I'm guessing there's a lot of efficiency that's been squeezed out through that too.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I mean,
hopefully it's getting better. Hopefully this is a thing, a trend.
yes, hopefully this is like the start down the right road. Because I know, as we've been talking about this for quite a while, a lot of people behind the scenes have been working on ways to improve it. So each time we get, better oracles or, these different organizations are able to make smaller incremental more efficient ways to do it, then we're just going to get better and better, I think.
Hell yeah. Well, hey man, I've taken up enough of your show, so I'm gonna just hop off and let you take the reins.
All right. Well, thanks. That was actually perfect timing because it's exactly 4:30 on the nose. You're a professional, BB. Boom. Mic drop. So we are now officially in the Monday Token Smart Podcast party. And welcome, Jose. I saw Jose just jumped into the chat. He's going to be playing some of his lovely music for us. And I will be starting to put links over in the event links channel. We'll have a bunch of them today. So the podcast is going to be pretty packed. Jose, if you want to unmute and say hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Just had some hours from, I don't know, my new routine, but I think I'm going to move again. So I think
wow.
I have to keep my job. Yeah. But you know what? I found a beautiful place. I have to show you the pictures.
Congrats.
It's a beautiful place because I have like, oh, it's like 27 megas. It's like too much. Wait. I don't know how to send these pictures. But see this.
Oh,
see
the
this
pictures.
part. Yeah, the pictures. I want to go for this.
I'm super excited that you found a place that it sounds like you're excited about. I can hear it in your voice, so that's awesome.
Yeah. And the house is and that's great because I think I could start to do some yoga too. And it has plenty space. It's like like it has minutes between like place, and I have like my own place that has everything that is tiny and it's like wood and it's beautiful. I don't know. Caracas has beautiful places. Caracas has like black and white, has like dualities. You could find everything here. And this is like an harmonious place.
Right.
And I don't have internet there, but I want to invest on that because even I think we could proceed the yoga teacher. I mean, she could have really good material to send to blockchain, and she feels like on the same way. So I think we could like think there, and even having my thoughts about it. I was vibing like maybe one day we'll invite like Otzi Yoga to here.
Oh yeah.
To yoga. And I think that they have plenty of space, and I think that could happen, for example.
That could be really cool, and that's awesome that you're, everywhere you go, bringing people into the blockchain space.
Yeah, and it's beautiful because, I have that beautiful conversation with I forgot this for a moment because I had yoga and it's like a pause and then was a cut, I was like that process in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. And something else told me like I don't know where I was going to be in 3 months, and it happened like 3 months so far for that conversation. I think I'm going to a beautiful place, and I want her because it might happen.
Awesome. Sandy rules.
Yeah.
And I saw when you were first jumping in before you hopped on the mic, I saw just a little text message you said, and and you were talking about some kind of like big drama that went down in Venezuela with an artist. What was that about? I like the
Yeah,
gossip.
I feel comfortable because it removes like a lot of emotions, you know. It's an artist that is like contemporary with I have 21 years, 13 years, but we have a lot of friends in common. I never know him, but he was involved with like using his music to talk to young ladies and you know to use his music as a word to lust.
I get it.
Yeah, and looked like it was like 50 people that expressed that one, and then exploded a big drama with a lot of Venezuelan rock bands that was using like the same I really know you because you know the 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 stuff that I got from this guy is that he broke a guitar. He was doing the lyric stuff, you know, and they have so much. You know, I mean, I even played music from this guy on music here on this space, you know. So it was like oh, like we can.
Yeah, I think that in the traditional music space, and this is something that we can do to improve as we, kind of help uh, somewhat develop the blockchain music space. In the traditional music space, there is a lot of, taking advantage of like the roadies, the people that are, kind of like helping, but not necessarily getting much pay or respect. And
Yeah.
then also a lot of just the fans that are going show to show, they wind up, and it's something that's been happening in the music scene for kind of forever, is that lots of those famous musicians that get these young girls that are very impressionable and wowed by the fame and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and take advantage there. So something that we can make sure that we're trying to spread the message of positivity and respecting people as we're all humans, and just trying to do the things the best we can.
Yeah, and I
Well,
have it. Oh,
no, go ahead.
hello.
Go ahead. You still there?
Hello, did you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. We may just have a little bit of a connection issue.
Yeah, I think it's
Let me
because
just
I'm trying to send the picture. Maybe for another time. Yeah, I will try to send the
yeah.
picture later on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe after we have our music session and stuff, once the podcast starts up, maybe you'll have enough time to let that upload. But yeah, if you wanna play some tunes, that would be awesome.
We'd love to, yeah. It's time for. And today we have a moon on Scorpio.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm finding like a good place to play. Yeah, we could make a new industry of music through blockchain. I have an idea to tell you, but maybe it's for the next spot.
Sure. Yeah, we always have plenty of time after the podcast too.
El silencio es un contraste de todo lo que pasaste. Ya no queda nada, solo paz. Sientes no tienes escape porque te encontré infraganti, pero solo existe perdonar. Que me juzgue Dios, ya no lo haré yo. Buscaré ser mi amigo otorgando dirección. Que me brille el sol, que me dé calor. Energía motor para la transformación. Inspiración divina, te digo que bienvenida. Es un honor sintonizarte aquí. Silencio que ilumina una agua tan cristalina que en su reflejo todo deja ver. Silencio que perfuma el ambiente con la luna, mostrándote los pasos a volver. Mostrándote cadenas que romper. El ojo se despierta de una vez. El ojo se despierta de una vez. El ojo se despierta de una vez. Y quiero saber si te cambiaste de piel. Por ser muy singular, entraste en un pincel. Te hiciste música cansada de beber. En copas de cristal, el barro fue a moldear. Un vaso para tu sed, sí, un vaso para tu sed, yo, un vaso para tu sed, un vaso para tu sed. Observo cómo la naturaleza se manifiesta en mi dedo. Me voy quitando los nervios, pero no es tiempo. Tiempo que se llama presente, regalo del que estoy consciente. Entonces agradezco el estar aquí. Poder vibrar. Sentir el fin. Sin un final. Observo cómo la naturaleza se manifiesta en mis versos. Me voy quitando los nervios. Canta el ruiseñor. Y quiero saber si te cambias de piel. Por ser muy singular, entraste en un pincel. Te hiciste música cansada de beber en copas de cristal. El barro fue a moldear. Un vaso para tu sed, sí, un vaso para tu sed, un vaso para tu sed, un vaso para tu sed. Tengo un código básico para tus hábitos tóxicos, para cambiarte el sonido, para moldearte el oído. Tengo un bálsamo ácido, dulce como la realidad, para cambiarte por dentro, para ir sacando lo feo. Sueño que tengo la última palabra. Y esta historia infinito de aquel día que no en mí como hay que saber, a veces sientes todo un batallón. A veces la hormiga ruge al león, a veces Marte saca su color. Como hay que saber, no todo siempre se hace menester, y lo sagrado siempre ha de estar. Así nosotros no podamos ver. Sueño que tengo la última palabra. Esta historia. El infinito de aquel día que en mi memoria. Yo soy tan solo uno de los dos polos de esta historia, la mitad. Apenas media el encuestable, una de las dos variables en esta polaridad. Más y menos. Y en el otro extremo de esa línea estás tú. Mi tormento, mi fabuloso complemento, mi fuente de salud. Deseo, mire donde mire te veo, mire donde mire te veo, donde mire te veo. Igual que hace millones de siglos en un microscópico mundo distante se unieron dos células cualquiera. Deseo, mire donde mire te veo, mire donde mire te veo, donde mire te veo.
Absolutely beautiful. Loving it.
We got with a cover. Let's go with a cover. Well, that last one was a cover. The two last before was original songs, but that last one was a cover. Thank you for the tips. Really appreciate it. Mostly in this time of a new move, it's like a miracle for me to be here. Yeah. Well, I have a cover, a special cover. La canción se llama Aprender. Learning.
Toca mi puerta el amanecer. Ya se despierta mi alegría de ver. Un día más tengo la dicha de un cielo azul que acaba de nacer. Camino firme para ese sol. A veces débil, pero es de aprender que en esta vida no se puede temer, pues lo imposible, posible puede ser. Wow, escúchame. Wow, entiéndeme. Wow, no dejes de seguir adelante, no. Abre el corazón,
Abre el corazón.
siente y danos enseñar.
Danos enseñar.
Y nos hace mejor.
Nos hace mejor.
Siempre habrán caídas,
Siempre habrán caídas.
desesperación,
Desesperación.
pero de eso se aprende, de eso se aprende.
Solo sigo hacia el frente y aprendo la lección. Abre corazón,
Abre corazón,
siente su calor.
siente su calor,
La vida nos enseña,
enseñar,
nos hace mejor.
mejor,
Siempre habrán caídas,
siempre habrán caídas,
desesperación,
desesperación,
pero de eso se aprende.
de eso se aprende.
Solo sigo hacia el frente y aprendo la lección.
Aprendo la lección,
Aprendo la lección. Abre corazón.
abre corazón.
Wow, that was incredible. Thank you guys so much.
Beautiful, beautiful to share music here, to hold the vibe. That's how we have to hold the vibe.
That's how we do it. We make that vibe, hold that vibe tight, and share it with everybody.
Yeah, it's like this. And day by day, now my friends talk to me and told me like, hey, did you know about Link? Did you know about Ethereum? Like they make me questions. They make me questions, and I'm trying to help most as I can. I have like an index of links that I send them, but the best thing I think I could do to bring them on the blockchain, because not most of them don't speak English, is to bring them to Hive blockchain, and they may start posting and to find communities and to hold their own vibes, to nurture their own vibes through blogging,
Yeah, yeah. And there's so many new projects coming forward too that it's pretty incredible. It's hard to keep up. I just minted a couple
up.
days ago my
Yeah.
first NFT on, it's called like Hisset and it has a Latin meaning, but I was excited to find this it's on the Tezos blockchain. And so it uses a lot less energy. Tezos is a low energy usage chain, and then also the gas is super cheap to be able to, like, you pay a little storage fee and a little gas fee, but it's like 10 or 15 cents or something to be able to mint something or buy something and do those transactions. So I was excited to find out, and I'd heard about it a few times. I think that people are calling it HEC, like HEC. And so I was excited, found out about it, got my new kind of wallet set up and linked and everything so I could go on the site and pick stuff up and mint. And there's a lot of cool free art too, where you just pay like 9 cents in gas or something, and you can collect NFTs that way too. And so after I had found out about that, excuse me, I went over and was able to onboard a friend too. So it's awesome that I know you're doing kind of work and spreading the word and onboarding people, and the more we can do that, the more benefit that I think we all get.
Yeah, also I try to have a filter about who I invite, but I think that the first filter is the Hive blockchain, because they could start posting and get in contact with a different perspective of reality, because I have to tell you, the mindset, the standard mindset of a Venezuelan could be the supervivencia, sí, supervivencia.
Survival, yeah.
Survival. Yeah, and it is like it is. So if I bring them to a place where abundance is, they are going to take it by the ways, by the mindset of scarcity. I think that if they block fears and they understand what they love to do, they could connect better with themselves and then with everything else.
Nice. Yeah, I think definitely being able to kind of know the person or the crowd that you're addressing and be able to tailor where we kind of introduce them, that is that's really smart, because you're not going to send someone to like music platform if they're interested in architecture, or you're not going to send someone to like a very just graphic heavy platform when they're into music. So being able to give people something that they can access easily, like Hive, where you can just check out blogs or start a little blog yourself and then start learning there by reading and interacting, and bring them over to TokenSmart and places like that, where they can come in and enjoy some music and tune in and just kind of absorb some of that knowledge. And I know that we have a really pretty good set of Spanish speaking people in TokenSmart. So growing that community, I think, is great. And then having people be able to help out, like sometimes Achatengo will be doing kind of the kind of live translations, and all that is just the more people we can bring in. And there's the Spanish language channel here in TokenSmart too. So we should fill that up. Yeah, wanna get us another song in before we're at the top of the hour and it's podcast time?
I would love to play another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll love another one. Yeah. Yeah, give me a moment.
No problem.
Hace tiempo que buscaba una piel donde tatuarme, una calle para pasearla, agarrado de las cuerdas. Hace tiempo que perdía, ayer para ser exactos, el tiempo es mi tontería, por andar muy ocupado. La misión, una guerra de miradas, gana el que menos aguante, que pierda los estribos, será el que menos se tape. Dices cosas que no pueden salir mal, mientes tanto que no veo la verdad, haces daño y no puedo respirar, pero eres necesaria para andar. Hace tiempo que te veo paseando por las aceras y saltar por la ventana de recuerdos por ti. Digo cosas que no van a salir mal. Miento un poco lo que tenga que ocultar. Hago daño, no te lo voy a negar, pero tengo lo que buscas y algo más. Mi misión es perder en tu batalla, pero ganarte la guerra, obsequiarte mi pasado, para que veas quién era. Si te sientes asustada, espera a verme ahora. Ya no soy, ya no soy, ya no soy, ya no soy ni mi sombra. Oh, ah. José en Fuego dice.
José en Fuego.
Ay, estoy desafinado ahí, ¿no? Vibra, vibra, vibra para todos, bonito.
Positive vibrations. That was awesome. And wow, amazing timing. You finished right at 5 o'clock on the dot. I don't know if we've even done that before. Not that it matters, but you know,
Yeah, maybe
that's just
maybe we should
cool.
play another one to make it like politely not on time, you know, like.
I'm
No, mentira,
all
mentira.
about it.
Mentira, mentira.
We
Not
get
on
we get one more song just in case anybody's, you know, running late, and then jump into the episode. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great. I have a mood for this song. Yeah. And in that way I finish with a tune guitar song. Yeah. You know that my guitar is like getting broken, you know, and like his sound is not the same. You know, it's something like happens like year to year. I don't know. But yeah, it happens like 10 years now, or 21 years, or 11 years, I say. 11 years.
Wow.
And yeah, it has a sound that people told me that I'm crazy. People told that, no, your guitar sounds great, but I always hear my guitar like a bit not on tune, you know? And I think that it's because it's getting old.
Yeah, I know that, you know, with guitars, like very old guitars that are, you know, more like antique, if they've been, you know, treated and stored well, they can actually get better sounding the older they are, because the vibrations and resonance of playing that guitar aligns the wood grain particles like tighter or more. I don't know. My dad is like a guitar, you know, collector, and he's collected and sold and traded all these, like, you know, 100-year-old mandolins and guitars and stuff. He used to do quite a bit of that stuff. So I know that, yeah, they, you know, can be actually like vintage, like better and better, like a wine. But at the same time, you know, traveling around with your guitar and stuff, it can banged up, and that can be just a little bit out of place, and then that will make it, you know, go out of tune faster. All sorts of stuff behind the actual guitar there that most people probably wouldn't realize.
Yeah, it's like teeny details, details. Yo que como un acento loco. Details. Yeah, and you know, it's like when I grab a new guitar, it's like to shake a different hand. You know, every guitar is like a different hand, and it's beautiful because you could find really cheap guitars that have a sound like gods. You know, and that's like beautiful, and you could find, well, different nuances and tastes on different guitars. It's beautiful. Yeah. Well, let's sing a song because we
Right.
are late. ¿Quién te dijo que la realidad es todo lo que puedes ver? Seguro fue un orangután que no piensa en versos. ¿Quién te dijo que la realidad es solo materia y efectos? ¿Y de dónde sale eso? No te lo dirá. Y la verdad yo creo, sin arrepentimientos, en lo que tenga que pasar, y entonces yo creo. Déjame soñar, súbete a mi dragón, volemos por ahí. Déjame volar y ser como un turpial al llegar a tu flor. ¿Qué es lo que pasa? Niña curiosa, que te sonrojas cuando me abrazas, verás, yo tengo cartas bajo la manga, como buen mago, no me comporto, qué peculiar. Que tengas esa rara forma de pensar, que te preocupen cosas así no es mal. La verdad existe momentos que no entiendo. Y me fui en ese carácter con carácter de león, que se rachonga solo por ver adicción. Repito frases corriendo para calmarme. Y tú después tienes siempre a ponerme contra la pared. A veces siento que solo es cuestión de estrés. Serena, tener un poquito antes de hablarme. De lamentar que hagas de todo siempre me niega la mirada. Y por eso tú me cambias la realidad. Tengo un libreto opción ahora del pasado. Qué fácil va, así es un programa de TV. Y yo cuestiono siempre todo lo que es. Quizás si es que estoy bien loco de remate. Oh.
That was absolutely awesome. And with that, we will. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thanks so much. Always such a pleasure to have you and your vibe in the house. And what an amazing treat to have the duo singing today. We'll definitely have more time after the podcast for anybody that's new. I'm about to hop off the mic, play the Token Smart podcast, which will be packed full of great info and funny stuff and whatnot. And then in about, probably about 40 minutes or so after that, we'll have some time to just jump back on the mic and kind of share thoughts, and that'll be kind of open discussion if anybody wants to share anything, and then we can go back into some more music for the after party. So stick around, and I am going to hop off the mic here, start up the show, and you guys should have good audio here. Maybe let me know in the chat, and I will be listening along with you on my other device. So I'm hopping off now.
All right, Dragonate, cut this out. Don't mess with us.
Pretty important.
The call.
Recording spin.
Yes.
All right, Token Smart Podcast, something episode. We're back with the Meow Meow. Myself, Rizzle, talking about all the awesome stuff, and we haven't done this in a while, so it's kind of good to catch up. This is like my low-key excuse to hang out with Sandy and talk about all the cool stuff that we've been doing and got coming up. And we've had a lot of awesome stuff. This sort of got shelved last week because we had like an impromptu Snoop Nyan Cat drop. So it was like, all right, well, we got to change up the schedule a little bit because, we got Snoop in the house. It's like, these are the kind of things that happen to us these days, right? That was wild.
Dude, that was so wild. Jim hit us up and was just like, yo, you guys are doing this. And we're like, wait, what? When? In a few hours. So that was fun. I really like the neon cat and the blunt that was out there with the little rainbow smoke.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Frankie had his hand in that and everything, and that was like a fun message to type to Easy when I was like explaining to him why we weren't going to do like the normal listening party. He was like, "Oh, I understand." So shout out Easy for being flexible, man. Shout out Easy's listening party back in the house for the regular Monday routine, and I guess unless Snoop hits me up in the next few hours or something. And we got to do a pivot, but otherwise, I assume the normal stuff will be going on at least for the moment. And then we should probably talk about the Avastar's birthday party at least a little bit. It feels like it was a month ago at this point, but it was less than a week ago. And huge shout out once again to Quigbell for helping organize the thing. I know you played a large role in that as well, and I was just astounded. It was just like literally fun from like start to finish. And I blinked and 5 hours went by. I was like, yo, this is about as good as it gets for like a virtual birthday party for a profile picture brand or whatever, NFT project or something. It was awesome. We brought some people over there. We had some of their people over here. It seems like our crowds like each other, but they're like a little bit different. But that's cool, right? I mean, you were there like pretty much the whole time as well, right?
Dude, I couldn't believe that it was a full 5 hours. It was so fun. It was effortless. It was just good times with everybody. Taking the field trip from Token Square to Avastars and then getting to know everybody else in the Avastars community. Yes, huge shout out to Quigbell for organizing that, and Dragonade too, with assisting with that as
Hell
well. Dude, the giveaways were crazy that day. I think there was like 11 Avastars that were given away alone that day.
That is crazy. They were like, not that like any Avastars are like slouch Avastars, but the ones we were giving away, I was sort of like, yo, should we really be like giving these away? It was like, we could, I don't know, maybe like auction them off like for the company if we need money sometime, or like, we could like, I don't know. They were like some pretty sick Avastars that we were giving out. It's fun though, right? I feel like we sort of shifted our like giveaway approach to like not necessarily, well, I mean, those were like many big things, but on our Tuesday giveaways, we've been doing like many giveaways in exchange for like one massive giveaway. And I sort of like the format. I feel like it keeps the party like pretty hype with like people knowing that, even if it's not like something massive, there's like a chance to win something. But the Avastar's birthday party was like a different story. We were just like making it rain like ridiculously dope stuff that, I don't know. I had fun, and I wasn't even like eligible to win. I can't imagine like, coming away with something as well. It's like some pretty good stuff.
I know, that would have been epic. I kept seeing a couple of Avastars. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could participate. But it's all for the community. It's all for you guys. So it's all good. And then Cypher was there too. They're just so impressive with all the beats that they were coming, and the participants, a total of 30 people went up and
there were 35 people who went up or signed up or went up?
That's signed up, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, they were packed from, I think they went overtime like a little bit, which was actually worked out fine with the zoo field trip. Shout out Steve with the awesome zoo field trip. But no, I actually hung out with a buddy of mine that I haven't seen in a long time over the weekend, and was like explaining to him the AI like beat generated thing that they have going on at Cypher, and then how they like then can tokenize these beats and like auction them off, and how it pulls from like random, I guess they're not totally random, but like free beats that are already out there and like remixes them and everything. And it was cool to see like, or to hear, I guess, like people who can obviously freestyle. I put on a clinic in like how not to freestyle. So like much respect to like the people who can do it. And it was cool to hear like people who actually have like legit skills say like, shout out to the DJ who like, mixed this amazing beat, and like, credit to whoever made the beats. A couple people said that, not realizing like that's actually how the beats were put together. Yeah. And, I'm just like, living in the future is amazing, right? This shit is wild.
Yeah, we've got AIs and everything. Shout out to the winners of that. I know Marty McFly was one of them, and he's like a part of the Avastar community. He was just on top of it too.
Dude, Marty McFly's whole thing, like, basically had to do with Avastars.
With
Like,
Avastars,
from like start to finish. And then there was, I can't remember, two great names, Spotty Wi-Fi, another great screen name that I like, and Big Nuck. I can't remember who said it, but one of them said something to the effect of like, you're not, what did he say? It's like, I'm going to butcher it. It's like, you're not an avatar, or you're not an Avastar, you're just an avatar, or something like that. And he said it in like a much cooler way, obviously like on the beat. And I had my mic muted, but I was still like, like, you know, by myself.
I think all of us were like that. We were like, whoa, doing the hand
So
motion
good.
to the mouth and like, whoa. Yeah, dude, it was so
So
good.
good.
I think Louis C took first, and yeah, Spotty Wi-Fi second, Marty McFly third, and crowd favorite was Araya Stark, who did a rap battle in Spanish. So that was cool.
It was cool. It was cool. It's cool to bring everyone in. I mean, it's just, you know, then we had like the zoo field trip. I know we're actually giving away some of these zoo tokens at our giveaway on Tuesday. So, you know, big shout out to Steve once again for hooking it up. Not sure how the auction is going with that, but I'd be interested to see. I'm assuming it's winding down over the course of the next day or two. And then we got, his name is escaping me at the second, but this dude who makes these amazing hoodies, who I can't even believe this is like real. I'm like, is this dude really going to come give away one of these things at our giveaways on Tuesday? Maybe it's better that I don't remember his name like right
Oh my
at the second, in
gosh.
case he like, you know, and then he's like talking about like making meta cloaks with, you know, chips in them that like correspond to the NFTs. I'm like, yo, this dude is like way too cool for our giveaways.
I'm looking for him. He's got like a little owl. I'm like, oh, where are you, dude? Based Anon is his name.
Yes.
Or he goes by in Discord. I feel like he changed it, but I remember the little owl.
He's one of the first people. There have been a few others who have definitely taken us up, but one of the first people in a while to, you know, actually hit us up and be like, yo, I would just like to do a giveaway. I was like, all right, man. I was like, that sounds awesome. Am I down to win this one? That's the unfortunate part, but it's always fun when people like that reach out. And, you know, I think this is one of these situations where he's just got like a really awesome project and idea and wants to get more eyeballs on it. And, I don't know, that kind of stuff is so fun. Plus, like, y'all should see this hoodie. I don't know if it's out there on Twitter if we find his account for y'all to stalk, but it's like ridiculously amazing.
It's amazing, so colorful, so vibrant too. It's amazing. So speaking of that too, dude, we're giving that away to a lucky listener, and then the zoo token is still going on too. Just to remind everybody that, you know, don't forget to take your animal selfie over at the Bronx Zoo and Crypto Voxels, and we'll post a link on that too as well.
I can't wait to see Paradox's whip video from this week. Shockingly enough, I feel like Crypto Voxels held up really, really well during our trip to the zoo. And that's like one of the places that is notoriously easy to break because
Yes.
Ogar, it just like went crazy in a good way. And it's just so amazing. It has so many like moving things going on. And it actually held up really well. I think Paradox, I got the impression that he got a really great video. Unfortunately, it broke right before we went over to the after party. I eventually made it in. So we did, you know, victoriously destroy Crypto Voxels eventually, once again.
Yeah. Do you remember we had the whip there, and then we were trying to take like a selfie, and that memory was like one of my favorites, just because everybody was there, but no one's wearables were rendering. So it did held up compared to that last time to now. So that was cool.
It's crazy to think how long ago that actually was. I think it was either Steve or Show was saying that, you know, that was like, I think it was Show saying that was like a year ago, which
No.
right?
Oh, wow.
Right? No, I know. Doesn't that like sort of makes you, I don't know, think of something time vortexes or like warps or some shit.
Time flies.
Right? I mean, it feels like yesterday and also like 10,000 years ago, at the same time, when we had like just hatched. I think we did the grow your base whip moment was like the concept. That was like the whip moment alpha. And then I think that was actually the first whip moment ever, like the official whip moment at that one. The zoo is so great. I hope someone buys it, or if they haven't already, at like some sort of not embarrassing price point, so that it can, I don't know. And then I guess it gets passed on to zoo token holders or something. So, and we're giving some of those away tomorrow. So it's such a cool project. And I know Steve, it's one of the things I like really love about Steve, who I know I'm not exactly sure what the role he played in with the rats, like rats.art. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. It's like a art exchange. And I like that Steve releases projects or like cosigns on projects as well that are released that really are just fully about like experimentation for the sake of like seeing what happens. And, I'm sure he's like, if it makes money, then great. I'm sure everybody feels like that, but he's very careful, but I believe it in terms of saying like, this is really not about making money. This is just an experiment to like see how this goes. And, I'm sure Steve then goes back to his like, virtual workshop or whatever, and tinkers around with some things to figure out the next thing. But I just love that approach. And, zoo tokens always seem like it's very much in that like style of thinking where it's just like Steve just had an idea and
went with it.
Him and his buddies wanted to see what happened. Yeah. It's cool. I love it. The first time he approached me with it, I was like, what the hell are you talking about, man? And then I was like, wow, this is so cool. Look at all these animals.
I hope we have some animals over at the Token Spark conference.
Right?
Yes.
Those details are starting to come together. You get to go to Vegas soon, which is very exciting, right? I think July is the site visit for Vegas, and it's amazing to me how much goes into planning something like this that you would like never think of. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't understand like why a site visit is important. Maybe this is obvious to other people, but like, we're going to be having like sponsorship booths, and they need to have like a certain amount of square footage that needs to be mapped off in a way that's like accessible to people, and like, all these like different things that go into it. And then like, how do we incorporate NFTs into this whole thing based on like the layout and like the resources that we have to work with, and where can we hang banners and like all this stuff. And I mean, it's not just you going. I'm glad. I mean, not that I don't have confidence in you. Like,
it's just all
this
me,
out,
guys.
but,
I'm the only one going.
Like, so we like are sending Sandy to figure all this out. Thank God.
No, there's gonna be other people from the team for sure.
No, fortunately, there are experts.
Yeah, there's gonna be experts in there as well.
No,
and then
fortunately, there are experts, and Sandy gets to be like the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, you get to be the overlord, like telling the experts what to do.
Dude, and not only like, where to put the banners and the boots, but what we also want to do is we want to create experiences. Like we want to make sure that this is like such an epic event that you go to and you're like, dang, that was dope. That was fun. So we're thinking about a couple of other things to do. You know how in Meta Olympics we always have like a little challenge? Expect that as well. And
but not little.
Oh no. Not little at all. But the planning process, there's a lot that goes into it that I myself did not know until I further discussed it, and I was just like, whoa, super excited to go. And can't wait.
No, it's going to be insane. I just had a meeting with Jim this morning. We were talking about like, selling tickets to this and strategies behind it and everything. We'd like to pull in, Pranksy or Nate. I don't know, this is like alpha. I probably shouldn't even be talking about this, to do like, some sort of tiny boxes, loot boxes type of thing, depending on like the tier of ticket that you buy, so that you are able to like open your box when you arrive at the conference type of thing. And that will have like, you know, a whole bunch of awesome stuff, you know, NFT swag in it that we can source from like, you know, amazing people within the community and all this kind of thing. So we're kicking around like a lot of really cool ideas that I don't think will be like incredibly difficult to execute once we have like the larger plan in place, which, yeah, fortunately we have like people who really know what they're doing, like putting together a conference on like, you know, some crazy scale. And yeah, shout out Frankie, man. The dude is a rock star and like an incredibly talented artist. And I feel like Frankie's art is like token smart. He like speaks token smart, like, or like he gets it. You know what I mean? It's like so like our vibe or something, his whole style that he's rolling with.
Dude, I'm gonna say yes and yes and yes, because he just gets it. It's like we tell him and he just makes it happen. He's just like, boom, is this what you wanted? Yes, it's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah. And it seems like we're turning him loose as well as like a few other people on like, you know, making this a legit, like, I don't know. I feel like almost calling it a conference like undersells it, but then like calling it something like Lollapalooza probably like miscategorizes it too. But like it almost seems like it's going to be some sort of like hybrid, like educational, you know, thing, but also like a you know, an art experience or like a technology, you know, experience or series of experiences where you know, we're going to build something like a little bit bigger that people can, you know, feel a part of and everything, or at least that's the goal. And it seems like we got a rock star team that's coming to do it. And in the meantime, you know, I just booked my ticket to NFT NYC. I'm going to a Bitcoin conference as well that I think Easy is also attending. It's cool to start going to these things. Actually, I hit up Show. I was like, dude, going to be in NYC, man. Even if you don't go to the conference, you should definitely like make your way to whatever spot we're hanging out at, you know, wherever everyone goes afterwards to these things. There's always like a place or something, you know, so it looks like we'll be hanging out and everything, which is going to be awesome. I know like we've been in conversation with Jax Highway, and you know, he's really interested in having one of us come out and do some like live emceeing type of thing with the events. That's like would fall into your lap like fairly easily. Well, maybe not easily, but he's a little bit closer to your side of the country than mine. It's crazy, and like some of these opportunities, I don't know, it almost just seemed like COVID was going to last forever, and like nothing's ever happen again. But things are starting to be put on the calendar, and I think everybody's excited for like any opportunity to do any of these kinds of things at this point, it seems like.
Dude, you guys have to like, I don't know, FaceTime me or something over in New York City. I want to make sure that like when you're hanging out with Show, I'm like, hey.
Definitely. Definitely. I'm going to try and see if I can provoke Jim to do another epic rant this year. I have a feeling he's going to like approach it in a more like dialed back way, but if the Nike presentation happens again, you know, all bets are off. Anyone listen, Jim had an epic rant at NFT NYC last year that will go down in the history books of NFT history for sure.
And that's how you guys met, right?
That's it. Yes, yeah. It's actually how we met in the first place. So yeah, looking forward to provoking Jim as well as anyone else. The lineup this year is crazy. It's actually a 2-day event this year compared to last year, which was like much more of a I don't want to say low key, but not nearly the scale that this one was. And so this will be cool. It'll be like a sort of like a teaser for our event. This event seems like it'll be pretty accessible to everybody. It'll be it's to my knowledge the first like decent size, talking about NFT NYC, decent size NFT event since COVID has happened, and that should like whet everybody's appetite for like the I don't know, the token smart Vegas throwdown Metalympic. I don't even know, bonanza, something, it's going to be awesome. And then it seems like it'll be staggered about right, like 6 months later, something along those lines. People will be ready for more. I don't know, so much fun stuff coming up. And we've got like secret big drop coming up that we have to like prepare for, that we can't tell anybody about, but it's happening May 5th, I think.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know, people, there's some like search tools that you could probably use to like connect the dots here, but I'm pretty sure we got some sort of gag order on us at the moment, at least until we're given further orders or whatever. But that's like a thing. So I think we're having a thing. This is like the podcast that we were going to have like someone bleep out, things. So we're having a thing. Let's see. Next week we're having a thing. I think this thing is on Wednesday. We're not sure what time this thing is going to be. It's a big thing with someone big. I think it's going to be in Token Smart. I'm 99% sure. I think we have to talk to their people to coordinate this thing, and it'll be fun. And I don't know. I guess, was that cryptic enough? I don't think we can really tell anyone else yet.
That was cryptic enough.
Wednesday, the thing, next week, not this Wednesday. This Wednesday, we have a thing too, actually. We have, on top of the regular things, it looks like you're in Clubhouse, Matt and Rizzle show, which is going to be a great episode with Jonathan, most famous for being the Song a Day guy. What a great dude. He hopped on the podcast with us last week, and we'll be dropping that on Wednesday. And then we also have Libernet. Am I saying it? Is it Libernet? Libernet?
Like Libernet, I think. It's like that.
Libernet. Yeah, cool. I actually did a podcast with them a couple of weeks ago, and they're actually really interested. I know Easy's got his hands in that project, and they are interested in putting books on the blockchain, which seems sort of like a duh type of thing. Like, obviously, why would that not be a thing? So I was like, yeah, books on the blockchain. Makes sense to me, man. Let's do it. So we got them in the house. They're good peoples. And that will be, I'm not exactly sure what the format is on Wednesday, but that'll be Wednesday, 1:30.
That's going to be in the morning. Well, first event of the day. So it's going to be Libernet, then followed by Clubhouse, and then Foxy Yoga's listening party of the Matthew and Rizzle show. And then Thursday we have the whip. So whips are always fun. Make sure to not show up naked, and if you're naked, just let us know, guys.
We will help you.
We'll help you out, guys. We will make sure you're not left out cold. And right after, Cypher is going to be having like their weekly meetups as well. So stay for that. I don't know what they have planned, but I know it's going to be dope.
Stoked. And then I think this is the first week we'll be streaming. So Jack's Hideaway is having live events, like actual live events in real life on Thursdays. And I think we're just going to be straight up cross streaming them in our Discord, their live jazz events, which occur at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I think 6 p.m. Pacific time. So it'll be like the last event of the day. And we'll just sort of like let it run, and we'll be like, fancy on Thursday evenings, and, just sort of chill, listen to some jazz. Dude, some of the musicians he has, I know we touched on this before, but some of the musicians he has are just like absolutely incredible. And I don't know, it's just such a blind spot in the music industry for me that I'm, feel fortunate that people like this just sort of like came into our door and want to showcase their stuff, because it's cool, man. We got a nice, like, well-rounded flavor of the music industry now that I feel like they sort of fill the gap that we didn't have,
I think so too. And then I'm really excited about being there live. I don't know when, but I'm definitely
yes.
Yes.
The Meow Meow emceeing live from Jack's Hideaway, and then singing her own jazz song.
Oh yeah. I'll what do they call it? Scatter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Meow Meow on the mic at Jack's Hideaway.
I'll do a little bit of that.
No, it's cool. It's cool. We got so much, so many of the awesome like regular things. I mean, I feel like we shouted out all the new stuff and don't want like the old stuff to get overlooked. I think BB Studios has got his first thing going down tonight, which is also cool. Mighty Mai have been like so consistent for so long.
Dude, they're killing it.
They're killing it. And Discord tried to like, hold them back last week, and they were like, no, F you, Discord.
Yeah, we're talking about Jay-Z, and then all of a sudden Discord was just not working. They had like a huge I don't know what you call it, but they just had like a huge network failure. And when we got back, Mai was like, "Oh yeah, that was Jay-Z. He heard us. He didn't want to speak. He didn't want us speaking. Illuminati is in here, hearing
Conspiracy.
us talking
They don't
about
want
NFTs.
They don't want us to decentralize. They're afraid of us. That's right, my world, I believe. Conspiracy runs deep in Discord. Who knows? So many bots. You never know what Winston's up to.
Oh,
He could be leaking all the deep.
You know what?
Dude,
Speaking of bots,
go ahead.
though, this is something that I haven't mentioned, and we're going to be having new roles, everyone. I know we've been having a little bit of trouble with the NFT 42 bot, and that is being upgraded as well. But while that is being worked on, we're going to have subscription roles, and we have a couple of new roles. So it's going to be token nerds, and then we're still thinking about like this mega massive epic role name as well. But yeah, look forward to that. We're going to be having new subscription roles as well.
We like the thing. Like if you make a suggestion of the golden Sandy, so we will give you a thing. Be determined. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give you a thing.
So
Yeah.
we're open the board. Token geniuses, token master, token stars, and I believe there's another one. Oh, token hearts. You know what? I really like token hearts since we are the members. But please bring on questions. We want this to be like the platinum level of the rules. Supersedes any other role.
Rizzle's toe brand.
Done.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, next up.
Sorry, give me the thing that I'm giving away for myself. No, cool. Yeah, kick us some ideas. I love stuff like this. And yeah, our bots are sophisticated. It's cool that we're updating our bots and everything. All this Discord stuff is like so crazy how you're able to integrate all these things. I'm like just so blown away by some of the stuff that like Dragonate is able to like scrounge up that streamline the things better. It's a lot that goes on the back end. You don't fully
Dude.
appreciate it unless you see what goes on, right?
Yeah, shout out to Dragonate because he has found like certain features we're using, and they're so slick. They're super steezy.
Nice. Cool. Let's see anything else that we missed.
Well, right, we have Netuno and Netuno Chill Radio back, and then of course
Yes.
Galactic Method.
Hell yeah.
Dude, those video remixes, I'm just every day I'm impressed by that.
Yep, and then Sunday, Magmaster's been holding it down on a weekly basis. Good looking out, and heard a lot of great feedback about his thing. Sundays are always so for me, but I am very appreciative that we have like someone like him who's basically totally self-sufficient. He just comes in, does his thing. It's a great show. People love it, and you don't have to figure out like pretty much anything. Big shout out to him. We got a new podcast intro for that Rizzle show. I'm trying to drop later, but I'll just say that we got it sourced from people.
It's no longer like it's going down.
No. It's a big shout out to DJ Lethal Skills. Unfortunately, that one was just sort of outdated. Matt doesn't work for Scent anymore. It says like Scent podcast in it, and it's a couple of years old. So Matt and I were like, it's time to shake things up. Why don't we source like a new intro, outro from like some OGs of the community? And came out hot. I'm trying to figure out the file format to drop it on Twitter later, but I'll leave it at that.
Were you part of it?
No, thank God. No, neither was Matt.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, save that. I did the Toad Smart podcast intro, outro though. That is me in the flesh or nerd on the guitar. So I can take credit for that one. But no, on the Matt and Rizzle show is actually much better, way more polished, and it's because I'm not involved.
Is it for like hip hop or?
You just have to listen.
I want to know.
Yes, the FOMO is real. You'll have to check it out. Look out for the tweet.
All right. Will do. Dude, also huge shout out to our mods like Conwolf, Easy, Alec, Guts, Berserk, BB, and we have a new mod. It's Line Duh. They've all been great in helping out, and they are on top of all those all down bots. So if you need assistance, I know for sure they're there to help you guys out. So huge thank you to all of them.
Dude, it's amazing. We should honestly consider our bot squad should form a union and sell themselves to other big discords who need bot squads. I'm not even entirely kidding. I don't think people realize once Discord gets past a certain number of people, your community gets past a certain number of people, the volume of bots and scammers and alt accounts flooding in from all directions is astounding. And it literally takes a team of people, and we have an amazing team of people who aren't just randos that we just asked to do this. They actually really know in depth about how to identify these bots and how to find them and everything. It's quite the operation. So yeah, they should form the bot squad union. I endorse the token art bot squad union, and we should hire them out other people and make them rich. Bot squad union. Yeah.
JP hit me because yo, this is your fault. Us for hitting up to become mods. And I'm like, you're welcome.
Yes. Token Smart we'll promote you. Just give us hook us up an FT every now and again or something.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. I'm even entirely kidding about that. I don't know how these other servers do it, and I do know how some of their servers do it, and they don't. It's a clusterfuck, and it's a true testament to our team, how nicely run it is. Easy to take it and see them in other places. So yes, shout out as always. Go team.
Yeah, they feel so easy, but I know they're working hard there. Dude, anything else?
No, I think we ran the gamut. Excited for a week of awesome stuff that is not super crazy events that I can just sort of lurk at some of these, hang out and do the audience thing. I'd love to do it. Don't get it to do too much just because we've had so much stuff going on. So no, looking forward to another dope week with the metaverse fam.
Dude, for real, people know this, but Rizzle, you do so much, and guys don't understand. Rizzle always in a meeting, doing a podcast, some doing, and he's fine to all show up and be for all of us. So you dude.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. I love it, and I would not be able to keep it if it wasn't fun. But a lot of fun. So those are things I really love doing. I joke around that, I fake working so I get a 10. I also feel like I can make a compelling argument that this is important for I need to understand the audio NFT feature. I seeing what gets most appropriate with Tuno's songs. Man,
that's right. That we I don't know where the pop-up was.
That was so fun. Yep. It just so happened. Shout out Nuno. I don't get to miss his sets too often. They just never fall at a convenient time for him. And I'd actually put aside the time to show up on Fridays for a little bit, and he just didn't end up being able to make it. So that I set that time off. So it should have worked out awesome. We were just all right, throwback that day. It was cute with a bunch of songs from back in the day, and that stuff is the best part in in my opinion. Not knocking too, but these like impromptu like community things that just come there because everyone wants to have fun, talk FTs, and spread the love. It's great stuff. All right, I have meetings and podcasting. I'm busy here. Shout out to the listening party. Love you all much. Yes. Meow.
Me dejé llevar, fuiste más. Cuando haces las cosas y pensar, se fue espectacular. Y te pago con cada herida. En este cuento va a acabar. Me trajiste esa cultura. Un día ¿cómo sabría yo que era caminando en calles sin color? Remiré ante tus carillas, cambiando el color de mi paso cada esquina. Este cuento va a acabar. Me prometes con risa. Si un día dejan de llorar, si un día dejan de llorar, si un día dejan de original song called The Place. Please.
We are getting into The Place. Man, the last one was like great too. I think that was another Jose original. Yeah, we just got maybe give us the title of the last one.
The last one was no. The last one was. Oh, I don't remember the song. I wrote it like when I was 14 years old. I think I don't made a number for that one. No. We need to make a name for that one.
Yeah, track number 14. Let's see.
That's a good name.
Good work for now.
I have it on the mind and I forgot what the song was. Lugar.
tierra la locura. Pasé noche en vela, describiendo al animal que vive en mis entrañas cuando llega la luna que se observa en mi vena nuclear. Lo sé por tu mirar, el cuerpo no me pide más que estar en tu mar y vivo por las vías, tranquilo al caminar. Recuerdo que tu ausencia es el recuerdo de que estás pululando por ahí, tomándote un café, seguro pensándote también en el lugar, el sitio de tus sueños, el de la realidad. Allí donde tu ausencia es más tu habla que el andar. Antes de perder la soltura, tendrías creyendo que vivir en libertad. También creí en fantasmas, en esos que ya no están. Antes eran de carne y hueso y ahora son de cal. El cielo está nublado, pero no importa ya. Mi esperanza que no va a usar. El agua de lluvia, amo tu caminar. Y no hablemos de la mesa en la ciudad. Esa que mira, es lo andar. En algunos se vino en el lugar, en las fantasías, el frío final. Sé que nos quedamos con tocar el cielo, lo de el agua correr, un beso con mis labios y tu espalda con mi ser. Cariño, yo no sé si fue tu hermano. Me pregunté cómo, dónde, el cuándo y el por qué. Tenía un par de letras, solo las ordené, sin saber que entre figuras y base pase, tergiversando versos que te piensan sin querer. Claro que es contigo quien más podría ser. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa.
Wow, that was so awesome. Gotta give it that up for the backup vocals too.
I want to make a big shout out for the back because they are beautiful, and I want to make a little podcast for the next to perform with us today. Oh wait, there's no place. And
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I recognize that I forget Discord handle.
Hey,
Hey, Owen.
good, good. I'm having a good time here singing with Jose.
It's just
And
a total blessing to have you there, Jose, and
yeah,
singing
it's
for
always a
us.
pleasure for me. It's always a pleasure for me. I love this place. Like when Jose introduced me to Discord, for me it was like a whole new universe, and I'm so glad he did because I think he also helped me a lot with my singing and my confidence singing, because I remember he just like
throw me to the sharks. Like, you're gonna play, and that was it. And I'm like a little bit shy to share my singing. I mean, I love singing. That's what I love the most. But I have this process with it that I'm kind of shy sharing it. Um, and I'm working on it. So now
You
I'm
are,
singing on the internet and
yeah,
everywhere.
you're doing an amazing job. It's really awesome to have you here with us and hear your beautiful voice singing. So I'm so glad that Jose also introduced you to us here, and that you're getting more comfy and just belt it out. We're all just here to hang out and support each other.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna sing a song called Luz del Bosque. It's like light from the forest. Yeah, light of the forest. Oh, somos la luz del bosque, espíritu de todas las edades. Somos la luz divina, sabiduría de los mares. Transformamos el dolor, trayendo todo a la luz. Transformamos el dolor, trayendo todo a la luz. Con el espíritu del amor, todo el día y la noche. Con el espíritu del amor, todo el día y la noche.
Absolutely amazing. That was beautiful.
Thank you. The other day, someone told us that, well, someone assumed Jose and I had like years singing together, and we've been singing together for like what, a couple of months. But
Well,
we have
you're
good energy, good chemistry, good vibe.
yes, I was gonna say, definitely the chemistry's there, and it just works. You guys work really well together when you're singing together. So that's awesome. Meant to be.
Meant to be. You have another song you want to play? She has a beautiful song, El Minero Tocando Puerto. Esa es bella.
Okay, this song is called La Balada del Camino Nuevo. Like something like a song for a new path. And well, today we have the Scorpio full moon. So those are endings, but also new beginnings. So let's sing a song for new beginnings. Ponerme a tu lado y ver que el camino tiene jazmines nuevos. Y en tus manos nidos donde se anidan cinco luceros. Y tu palabra madura indica dónde madura el tiempo, que sopla y borra las huellas, las cicatrices del árbol viejo. Amiga de mi esperanza, paloma, muéstrame el cielo. Te canto con la alegría de marinero tocando puerto. Dejar tras de mis zapatos los callejones llenos de miedo, donde tropiezas de noche con los fantasmas de amores viejos. Y tu palabra madura, onda de tanto invierno, para llevarme hacia el río que se refleja en tus ojos buenos. Amiga de mi esperanza, paloma, muéstrame el cielo. Te canto con la alegría de marinero tocando puerto. Tu nombre sigue un sol que pintó recuerdos en los pañuelos. Tu nombre, muchacha amiga, me abre futuros de mar abierto. Y en tu sonrisa descubro que el horizonte se pone entero para llevarme a la vida donde la vida está amaneciendo. Amiga de mi esperanza, paloma, muéstrame el cielo. Te canto con la alegría de un marinero tocando puerto. Te canto con la alegría tocando puerto.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we're gonna do another one.
The dynamic duo.
Sentirse bien los días de paz y de guerra también, los días de amor y de pena también, los días de sol y de lluvia también. Sentirse bien los días de paz y de guerra también, los días de sol y de lluvia también, los días de amor y de pena también. está gran equipo, está gran equipo, está gran equipo, yeah. Yo. Así que está gran equipo, está gran equipo, está gran equipo de bon.
Oh, Jah, Rastafari, you are my salvation. You make me realize the love surrounding us all in every situation. You and I. Oh, Jah, Rastafari, you are my salvation. You make me realize the love surrounding us all in every situation. You and I. Oh, Jah, so deep, so deep, so deep roots, so high. Hold on forever, forever, hold on. Oh, Jah, you have given me everything I need to be free in this reality, yeah, in this reality, whoa, oh, Jah,
Rastafari,
you are my salvation. You make me realize the love surrounding us all in every situation. You and I. So deep, so deep, so deep, so high. So deep, so deep, so deep roots, so high.
I love me some reggae, and that was Irie. Well, I know everybody's really, really enjoying these tunes. So if you guys got more, keep them coming.
I brought a song some days ago. I would love to share for first time.
Ooh, awesome.
It's a reggae. I don't try to make reggae. I don't try to make a genre, specific genre, but I love that when it comes reggae.
There you go. Yeah.
Buenos días, alegría, qué bien que ya salió el sol y del cielo melodías para endulzar al corazón. Aparentemente se apagó la mente, el mundo se ve mejor. Recuerdo luces, la única cruz es que Luco la ha visto a decisión. Sigo hacia adelante, me importa que el canto que sale me llene de color. Cuando llega invierno juro que mis cuerdas vocales anuncian la visión. Viene la primavera y las flores reinician, alegre es la canción eterna que viste de nombres mortales al todo en transición. Somos vida y muerte, segundos, momentos, instantes finitos del amor. Energía sagrada que danza sin traba y bloqueos pasados del dolor. Quiero que mis ojos limpien sus cristales grisáceos y brillen de emoción. Que venga la sorpresa y toque a mi puerta. Hoy les sorprendo yo. Buenos días, alegría, qué bien que ya salió el sol, la montaña nos espera para brindarnos su sabor, delicioso néctar de prana, abundante, divino alimento del creador, quiero que mi aliento alivie este fuego y mi voz te dé calor. Buenos días, alegría, qué bien que ya salió el sol y del cielo melodías para endulzar al corazón. Buenos días.
That was awesome. I mentioned in the chat, when the reggae comes out, you gotta just let it flow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna last much longer on one or two songs, says
Sounds good. Yeah, anything you want to play, and we'll just take what we can get. It's been awesome having you guys come and play some more tunes tonight. So thank you so much for being here.
It was a pleasure. I always love to be here on Mondays to rise a goodbye, to hold a goodbye for the week. Rising, I pray for all of you having a goodbye, holding the vibe. See you on next Monday. Let's share our last song for today, and let's say goodbye for the new week.
Sounds
Goodbye,
good,
no,
my brother.
I say hi. Say hi to the new week. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, my
we
English
welcome.
sometimes is like automatic. Oh, it's a reggae too. I didn't know it. Me cansé de asomarme al abismo que habita dentro de mí. Y sentí como el peso que arrastraba de repente se marchó. Y encontré la manera de no hacerme daño en la oscuridad. Comprendí que a menudo hay tormenta donde la nube soy yo. Desde adentro hacia afuera se vive mejor. Que me quieran detener. Préstame tan solo un poco de esa bella luz cuando ya no pueda más. No te alejes, no, quédate cerca de mí, no te escondas ya, no te pierdas más, no te mates, no, que un minuto vale mucho más, cuando el camino es contigo. Comprendí que debajo de un olivo el mundo se ve mejor. Pude ver que en los ojos de los perros ahora está la humanidad. Comprendí que tan solo soy un niño que siempre quiere jugar. Encontré una fórmula prohibida que se llama libertad. Desde adentro hacia afuera se vive mejor. No me quieran detener. Y préstame tan solo un poco de esa bella luz cuando ya no pueda más. Te alejes, no, quédate cerca de mí, no te escondas ya, no te pierdas más, no no te mate, no, que un minuto vale mucho más. Cuando el camino es contigo, y préstame tan solo un poco de esa bella luz, cuando ya no pueda más. Good morning.
Epic. Absolutely epic.
Well, brothers and sisters, I think it's all for today. Love you all. Always a pleasure to be here. Hope to on the next move, on the next place, we could make better connection, better internet, and we could bring more friends and do some more creative stuff. Love you all. Thank you for all the connection. I always feel supported by all of you. It's great to walk day by day, and now we have this beautiful vibe here on Discord, like our little secret, and we are towards to make all that vibe for all the world, holding the vibe. See you soon.
Oh man, much love, brother. I will see you soon and have a great day. And I just shot you a message there in the general chat because I want to get a tip to. I was blanking on the Discord name.
Piedra de mar, ya ahí me moment. Piedrita de mar.
Piedra Mar. That's it. Okay, thank you. Awesome.
Piedrita. Ay, piedrita de mar. Ahí te lo puse. Bueno, mis amores, cuídense.
Cuídense. Awesome. That was so amazing. I mean, we're so lucky to have this community, this just space to kind of kick off our Mondays after, you know, you kind of get started in the morning. And now I'm really stoked that we have BB Studios leading into the podcast party here at Easy's Corner. It makes it fun to have a little something going on. And then we just have a little, you know, kind of interlude between the two shows together and then roll right into the music for the podcast party. And yeah, it's really, really fun having the schedule filling out even more. I mean, we got so much going on here in Token Smart. There's pretty much every day except for Saturday, we got shows. So thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. This was super fun like always. Definitely you don't got to go home. You can stay and hang out, but I think that's about it for the hosted festivities for the night here in Token Smart. Yeah, I would say, you know, floor is open. If anybody, you know, has a guitar in their back pocket, or you know, sometimes we run up, roll some karaoke pop up, or just some tunes from the bot. So I will be hopping off for a few, getting some dinner started, and then probably just checking back in a little later. And if people are hanging out, I'll hang out a little more. Yeah, thanks so much, and peace, love, and whipsy. I will see you all. Let's see, tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow is the big. Oh no, tomorrow is Mighty My. So I'll see you guys at Mighty My where I'm a guest, and then day after tomorrow with a big LibraNet launch. So that'll be a new show that's coming, and I don't even know yet if that's going to be a weekly or bi-weekly. We'll figure that stuff out, I guess, as we go. But I'm super excited to be bringing you all the latest news, getting literature and books on chain. Yeah, peace, love, and whipsy.